I have a lot of lights on in my game room right now. I've got this Ring, Lord of the Rings, whatever this is. I have never watched it, but it's wild whatever's on the TV right now. It's like she's fighting some kind of sea monster. It's episode 2. Anyways, I have studio lights set up because we're going to try to do this video. I bought, you ready for this? Come here. I bought a game collection valued almost, it was like $5,600, almost $6,000. The clickbait title is going to say, I spent $6,000. Did I get taken advantage of? Something to that effect. I don't know. Because you know how YouTube stuff is. You got to put the title out there, has to grab you. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this, but I'm going to show you real quick. It came in not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 boxes. Box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5. Press start, let the adventures unfold. Retro games and... What do you guys think? It's my new outfit. I'm going to do this in honor of one of my favorite characters when I was a kid growing up, Ernest. I'm just going to wear this. It's going to be my new video outfit. So hopefully you guys like it, because I got to figure out how to get other outfits to make myself look like the craziness that Jim Varney did in all the Ernest movies. So without further ado, let's get into it. I bet he's home. Let's just go in. Hey, Jeremy, I didn't know you were home. What are you doing hiding in here all by yourself? I found you a Sega Genesis.
What in the world?
Hey there, I can't. Anyways, let's get into this pickup, all right? This is going to be the Sega Genesis games. These are the games that came in this lot of goodness. And box after box after box. So let's start actually back here. Actually, let's just start with this first. I'm going to hit record on this. Let's see how this looks. All right. Game number 1, Quack Shot. Without a doubt, an amazing game. I love this game. I remember renting this when I was a kid. You play my man, Donald Duck. There's Pete in the background. This is a lot of fun. I'm going to flip it over here. See how you guys see it? Yeah, look at that. You guys can see that, right? Look at that. Perfect. There you go. Quack Shot. The game case is in good nick. Here's the cart. Here's the manual. Again, if I hadn't said before, this is going to be a situation of where if these are in better shape than mine, then I am 100% going to upgrade. And then I'll flip mine off. It may only be slightly better. It may not be better at all, and I may be going adios to this. But so far, we're either keeping or upgrading Quack Shot because I know I have it. Whoops, that's it for that one. Moving on, we have this weird, where's it at? This weird game. Never heard of this in my life. I haven't even looked it up. I did not pay that much of attention to the Sega Genesis stuff that was in this gentleman's lot. That is a shame on me for one side of things. The other side of things, just to be completely straightforward about this, because I'm sure he's watching, because I told him I was going to go over this stuff on my channel. And it was a bit of a disappointment to see homebrew stuff. I don't care for this stuff. I think homebrew stuff is personally, I can't get behind it. I just can't get behind it. Everybody has their opinion on it. That's fine. There is no manual in this thing. We're going to flip over here to this camera now. You'll see right here. It says Mega Drive cartridge. There's some Japanese nonsense there. It says Pulse Man. Now, is this game worth anything? I haven't even looked it up yet, to be honest with you. I did look up. There's 2 homebrews in here. The other one I looked up, when I saw it, I was like, what the crickets is this? And it has some value. More than likely, adios to that one. This one for sure, adios to this one. I have no desire for this. I don't get behind the Japanese games. I don't get behind homebrew games. Again, like I say, I'm trying to not be negative about it. I promise you that. But the reality is, this right here has no value to me. So adios it goes. Moving on from there, we got Risk. Now, Risk is one of those games that is a good old board game. You guys can see right here. Here's the game play. It is 1 to 6. Holy crickets. Do you see that? 1 to 6. Oh, come on, focus. 1 to 6 players? Shee! And if you look right here on the other thing, we're going to flip down. It is complete, beautiful condition manual and the cart. I like Risk. Risk is one of those board games that is world domination. Little tip for those that don't play or haven't played, start in Australia and just make it a stronghold, because nobody can get to you from anywhere but one way. And if you just dump all your armies there, you will dominate. Moving on from there, we got Spider-Man and X-Men. Now this particular one, it's a little sun faded here, if you can see. The sun fading, I'm not a super big fan of, obviously, but I believe I already have this one anyways. Again, if we just flip this open, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think you can see what I'm talking about. It might not be as bad as I was thinking, but it's still not great, because if you look at the dark blues here, and you look at the dark blues here, you can definitely see that. Not to mention, this sticker is rougher than I can't even say. And then here's all the insert manuals and stuff. But again, I'm pretty sure I actually already own this particular game. So one thing I will say to the gentleman's defense is I did ask him, what are the conditions of these things? Because pictures only go so far. And he had a nice list of price charting, saying it added up to like $5,600 almost, or right at, something like that. And for me personally, that's wonderful. But at the same time, given what I paid for everything, and I know I keep eluding from it, but I will just tell you, I paid $3,000 for all this. So it was a little over 50% to market. My brother did a phenomenal job. Thank you, Nathan, and my sister-in-law, his wife, Grace. You guys were troopers. You went all the way down, met the guy, gave him the cash, looked everything over, packaged it up, and mailed it to me. I was going to have a friend go pick him up, one of the guys that works for me. He was going to Michigan, but it never worked out. So it is what it is. But that being said, let's move on to the next. Oh, I keep getting distracted. What I meant to say was there's only so much pictures can show you. So I asked him, hey, give me the lowdown on what's the bad. You know, which ones I need to be concerned about. Because I'm like, if a bunch of them are missing manuals that are heavy hitters, I don't want it. If they're about crap stickers, because let's face it, Madden's sports games, they're always in great shape. It's these, the ones that everybody actually played, that are usually in rough. Kind of like you can see with the label on that Spider-Man one. Moving on from that, we have Shadow Dancer for the Sega Genesis. Now, Shadow Dancer, this is a, I think this is like a Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. I did start playing this game, because I already do own this game as well. And you can see right here's the manual. The cart is in good shape. And quite honestly, the entire box isn't in that bad a shape, given the age of it. But I'm very pleased with it, nevertheless. But again, that's going to be one of those games that we flip off that I don't need. Now, let's talk about a game that I do know I don't have in my collection, which is Soldiers of Fortune. This is high risk, high pay, deadly play. In 8 miles of bubbling mud pits to the compound. Once inside, you're up against deadly chaos engine, and it's the power to create any kind of trap, any kind of monster. If you make it back, you'll never work again. So basically, you're like a mercenary, it sounds like. And quite the interesting group of characters. If you see right there, look at that like crew of crazies. Anyways, open up on the inside. It is complete. I'm not a big fan of this particular box, because the front hinge portion on this plastic is seen better days. So I will be upgrading this box. I'll move the artwork, the case, and everything else from it, and we'll put it into a better one. So that's definitely a keeper. Moving on. We have another, and my brother and, like I say, sister-in-law, they, y'all did a bang-up job on this packaging. Absolutely amazing job. There was so much bubble wrap. I loved every minute of the bubble wrap. It was like, it was just so exciting to go ahead and see all this stuff be actually, like, protected. So many times I'll order video games from people online, and it just comes, like, Amazon has done the same thing. They'll go ahead and I'll order a game, and it'll just show up in, like, a poly bag with no packaging. Disc is bouncing around. You can click it. You can hear it shake. Speaking of shake, side pocket. So this one, we're going to hop over this. Is this still recording? Look at that. It's still recording. Yay! Side pocket. This is a Data East game. I love my Data East games. This is a rack and roll. Look at that wonderful stuff. 1 or 2 players. And she is complete. And she is in very good shape. Another game, though, that I do not have. Despite This game being basically probably like a low dollar game, I am excited to have it. Talking about games that are not low dollar, we got Sonic and Knuckles. Now, I already have Sonic and Knuckles. Let's flip over here. You can see there's some tape to it. This has actually got the right insert. You can see there's the manual to it. Basically, if you guys don't know, you would flip this open, you put this into your Genesis, and you put Sonic 1, 2, 3 on top of it. I've even, some people say they can put other games. I don't remember what games it were or was that they were talking about. But long story short, mine is 100% in better shape than this. So this will be going off to somebody else, which will help me recoup some of that $3,000 cost down, because let's face it, Sonic & Knuckles is a game that a lot of people are looking for because it's a good one. Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of the Sega Genesis. This particular one, I don't think this one is as good a shape as mine is. It is in good shape, don't get me wrong. I have two variants of Sonic. There's the regular one like this, and then the not for resale one. I have both variants, as well as both variants of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Alright, moving on from there. This one I picked up just recently from a friend at his shop. It's called Shadowrun. And this is not a cheap game. This is actually a pretty decently priced game. And I will flip over here, and you can see this is in very good condition. Like this is the kind of condition that I am looking for, right? Like the kind of stuff where like the corners are good, the tab looks like it's never been bent, and then the inside here, well, I don't like the black and white manuals. They might have had a cardboard variant of this thing, but the label on this is in very good shape. You can tell it's been played, so it's not a repo, but based on the sticker and everything else, it's in very, very good shape, and I'm very happy with it. So this will probably be an upgrade to the one I have, but if it's not, again, one of the two is going to be going away. Who remembers Pocahontas? Good old Pocahontas. Disney's Pocahontas was one of those, and it's missing the manual, which is a boo. I do wish it had the manual. Again, I don't understand how manuals and things like that go missing. Maybe I was just a different person growing up. Maybe I'm the different person now. But I get it. I get it. If it was like the Sonic and Knuckles, where it's cardboard, right? I get it, right? Nintendo stuff's the same way. I don't get it with hard plastic cases. But I still understand how manuals can go missing, because probably whoever had this was like, crickets, how do I get away from this? Or how do I do this? Or what button do I push? Well, there's only 3 buttons on a Sega Genesis, A, B, and C. Pick one of the 3. But I'm excited to add this one to the collection, because I really do like a lot of the Disney Genesis games. Next one I know I don't have in my collection is Phantom 2049. This is a cardboard box, and if you look right here, the insert is actually in fairly decent shape, so I'm probably going to have no problem keeping that. I do have a bunch of brand new ones in the closet, new old stock, and you can see there's the manual behind it there. But anyways, everything's in good shape. I'm very excited to play this one because this is the Phantom. And I really enjoyed the movie. Not everybody did enjoy the movie, but I enjoyed the movie. And hopefully this is a very good game. But again, we'll find out one day here on the channel. Moving on to a game that is a very pricey game on a regular basis, we have Rocket Knight Adventures. And Rocket Knight is a game that I kept looking for the longest time. Look at this. Order your offer. Official Sparkster t-shirt. Details inside. Probably was like a registration card of some kind. I doubt it's in the manual. But I already have this. Again, if this is an upgrade to mine, wonderful. If not, adios it goes. And Rocket Knight sells usually, unless I'm mistaken, maybe it dropped, usually about $60, $70, closer to the $65, $70 mark if it's in minty shape like this one. Moving on, we got more Genesis games. Here we go. We got a lot of Genesis games. This is going to be the longest video of this entire thing because the Dreamcast game lot is fairly decent. The Sega Saturn lot is fairly decent. The Mega System is okay. The Sega CD is not very big, and the Sega 32X is even smaller. But I'm still excited either way. Moving on, Jurassic Park. All right, so again, case is in great shape. You can see right here, has the manual. Cart is in good shape as well. I have bought and resold so many copies of Jurassic Park. Love it. Now, if you haven't played Jurassic Park on the NES, you have to play it, in my opinion, because that one, it's by Ocean. It is a phenomenal game. You will absolutely love it. But this one, I know I have a minty clean version, so that will definitely be going away. Next, we have Ren and Stimpy. Who remembers Ren and Stimpy? Good old 90s grossness. Look at that Nickelodeon right there. Everything in the 90s was all about the burps and the toots and the snot and the gack and all that stuff. And Nickelodeon was right there at the forefront of it. Anyways, I don't know, but I'm 99% sure I have Ren and Stimpy's invention. But again, it might be upgrades. Maybe the case is an upgrade. I doubt it. The manual is clean enough. The manual could be an upgrade, and the cart could be, if nothing else. Sonic 3. So far, we've had Sonic 1, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic 3 now, but we haven't seen Sonic 2. Maybe we will. We'll find out. But this one, guys, this thing is in great shape as well. Very, very happy with the condition of these things. I do wish that some of the other stuff that I didn't have in my collection was in better shape, but it is what it is. You know, it's just like anything. They'll upgrade along the way. But I wanted to open this up, show you guys this. Check out this really cool 1990s denim shirt with Sonic Spinball right there. Look at this Sonic Blue shirt, Dude with Attitude. Check out that right there, Sonic and Knuckles blue jean vest. Let's talk about it. Here's on the flip side here. I thought this was really cool. SEGA Sports stuff. Look at SEGA Sports shorts, some shirts. Tell me that doesn't look like it's right out of the 90s. Anyways, I thought this was really cool. Something I'm definitely going to pull out and keep. It's just a little advertisement, but I haven't seen one before. But anyways, there's Sonic 3. Adios, amigo. Oh, look. I jinxed it or brought it into existence. One of the two. We have Sonic 2. Not for resale edition, because you know there were so many not for resale editions out there. Anyways, it's in okay shape, and I don't understand how some of these games still hold their value. There are so many copies of Sonic 2 out there, and Sonic 1 and all these other games that I don't know. It's kind of like Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts. You can get $20 all day long for Wii Sports and $25, $30 for Wii Sports Resorts. I was at a video game store, if you guys, I don't know if that video has posted yet or not, and as I was standing there, I heard one, if not two people come to mind that were saying, hey, I want a copy of Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resorts, one or two of those, and I was blown away. Like, people are still actively seeking that game out, and there's like 1 billion copies out there. Anyways, I hope they found it, because I know when I was at the store that day, they didn't have it. Moving on, we got Sonic Spinball. All right, hopping over to this camera here. There's a little nick right here in the case, but the corners are good. Case is in good shape. It has the hang tab. And here's the inside. The case itself is not bad. The manual is in good shape, so is the label. I'm not sure what's with the Sega sticker. I mean, you can feel it's an actual sticker that they put on it. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe that was on all of them. Moving on to a game I know I don't have in my collection is Pugsy. Now, Pugsy is one of those games that I have zero clue what it is. It looks like a pile of snot with ears. I don't know. And he's leaned against a piece of dynamite. He's got a map that's on fire and a bunch of people in the background that look like they hate him. It's time to add brains to your gameplay arsenal. Whew, still don't know. Anyways, but it is complete, and look at that, it's in very good shape, so that'll definitely be going into the collection. Another one I know I don't have, moving on, is Mick and Mac. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what is the name of this? It's Mick and Mac as the Global Gladiators. Mick and Mac as the Global Gladiators. Look at this. I mean, he's got like a squirt gun on his back. He's got a squirt, it's a big pile of like snot, blowing more snot. I don't get it. It says, excellent Global Gladiators, has all the right qualities, great graphics, great sound, and a nice environment for cleanup theme. Perfect play, control, and animation. Rounded out. It is complete. We will try it out one day. So anyways, we're going to take and clean the desk. You won't even realize it, but I'm hopping to a new box. That was literally one box. That may have had other stuff in that box, but that's all the Genesis stuff that was in that box. So let's go to the next one. Hey guys, this is Jeremy from Jeremy Rewinds. I'm going to interrupt myself to talk about myself for just a second. This is actually where the video is going to end. I hate to break your heart, but it was an hour of Sega Genesis cartridges. I mean, it was so much more than I realized. So instead of making you guys sit here for an entire hour, I'm going to break it up into 3 videos. I'm sorry, but 20, 40, 60, I mean, it's enough. So we're going to go ahead and call it quits here. I'll see you guys in a few days for part 2.